sneak in here, right? That was kind of weird. I should have probably just turned the camera around. But anyways, it's Jody Padar, the Radical CPA, and I am here today with our new employee, Susan Ellison, and I'm going to have her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about what it's like to work at New Vision CPA Group, because from my understanding, it's quite different than the firm she came from. So, Susan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell them a little bit about your background and why you chose to come here and and we'll keep going from there.
Okay, so my name is Susan Ellison. I'm a CPA. Before I became a CPA, I worked in advertising for 12 years, but that is irrelevant. We'll just start at the accounting part. So in 2004, I started over my career and I became an accountant. I started at a small firm in Glenview, and I had to take courses in order to have 150 hours for the CPA, and one of the courses I took was Jody's course at Oakton in individual tax. So that's where I first encountered Jody, but I didn't know anything really about her other than she was a great teacher. So then I went about my business and I went back to my firm and I earned my CPA in 2009. And in 2013, so I was at a small firm in Glenview. In 2013, I went to a bigger firm in Deerfield, very traditional. And I kind of grew a little bit restless there because they were very traditional and old-fashioned, and I was more of a pusher on the technology front. And everywhere I went and everything I read, I kept seeing the name Jody Padar, Jody Padar, and I was like, I know her. She was my teacher. So out of the blue, I emailed Jody Padar and I said, hi from a former student. And I said, I read all about you and you're a very forward thinker. And I think that's great. And if you ever have an opening, we can talk. And 6 months later, here I am.
Okay, so you've been here about 6 weeks now.
Yes.
How is working at our firm different than working at your old firm or your old couple different firms?
It is completely insanely different for many reasons. I have learned that I needed a cheat sheet because it's not all in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 programs. I have yet to learn Workstream, which is a big one. And that was even me coming in knowing QBO and Xero and CCH. So I thought I knew a lot coming in, but I learned all these programs and software in the first week or 10 days that I was here. So my little bored brain has been sparked back to life, and the way things are done here is completely, utterly different than they are done at every other firm that I've either worked for or worked with or interviewed at. So it's totally different and it's totally fun and it's totally radical.
And what would you say has been the biggest change aside from not keeping time? Do you like working in an environment where we don't keep time?
I love working in an environment where we don't keep time because I don't have to sit there every day and figure out what I worked on and how many quarter hours that I spent on each project. I also love the fact that there's no billing run at the end of the month. I have to go through and try to figure out how many hours were worked versus what was estimated and the difference, and explain the difference and send emails, and all of that administrative time is gone. So it allows you to actually do the work, which is much more fun than talking about and planning and spending time billing the hours that it's spent to do the actual work.
Do you feel that a firm like this has been, that you're able to connect with this firm's customers more so than your old firm's customer, or do you think that they're about the same?
Oh, completely different. I have learned that we are so involved here in our daily life of our customer that unlike other firms where you only hear from your clients, and they call them clients versus customers, once a year when it's tax time and they trudge in with their papers and they drop them off, and then you call them when the tax return is done and they come back in, and then you don't see them for another 10 months of the year until next tax season. Unlike that, here we get client calls every single day, emails all the time, texts, everything, and they really are good about asking us for our advice before they do stuff, as opposed to after the we can really help them through the process.
So this has been a phenomenal interview, but I think we might have to bring you back for more stuff because just the stuff that I'm hearing is just nice to hear from someone who's outside as opposed to me always saying like what's happening because like you've had a totally complete outside view, and I think we'd like to check in back with you again at another date. How do you feel about that?
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so thank you, Susan, for being our interviewee today. And again, this is Jody Padar, the Radical CPA, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.